If I could say anything to sum up my experience, it would be very surprising. Everything that I thought coming into this, as far as the people, the basketball, the culture, the society, it was nothing like what I thought it was. I came in pretty open-minded, really ready for anything and just hoping for the best. And it was way more than what I could have asked for. I was given a little bit of information before I got here as far as like the level, the competitiveness, all of that stuff. But what I could say is there's not an emphasis on basketball like it is in the States, as far as going to like elite camps and training and putting a lot of focus on individual skills and things like that. And so I think a lot of girls have natural skills as far as shooting, ball handling, etc. And the girls that don't have that make up for it with heart and passion, aggressiveness, just hustling, things like that. And so it's really nice to see, but it's also, everyone has potential to be so good, you know, when women's basketball is taken seriously and people realize that it's a force to be reckoned with. I think in a couple years from now, it'll be night and day as far as the level. My teammates, so the way that I play, I'm really big on relationships with my teammates as far as chemistry, bonding, and from the first day that I got here, I felt that with JU and the girls here, the coaching staff. I was able to build that relationship with Coach before I got here. And so as far as the team, I felt like we really meshed well together. Like, we talked during the tournament about how it didn't feel like anyone was above anyone else. Even though I'm the professional and I'm here and this is my job to produce and score and, you know, do things like that, it never felt like I was someone who was above them or better than them or should have been treated better than them. It all felt balanced. We even had games, it was selfless. That's what it was. Never selfish. It wasn't, you know, me out here to score 50 points and hope we win. It felt real. We shared the ball well. I feel like we all got along very well on and off the court. Again, it comes back to potential. I feel like when JU and women's basketball in general here in Saudi Arabia keep progressing, it's already, from what I've heard, major changes in such a small amount of time. I feel like the pace that they're at now, years from now, if they keep working hard like they are now, it'll be amazing to see. In the Saudi League, it was very interesting. Just from having each team having one professional, that was really interesting to see. So, and again, it didn't feel like professional against professional. It felt like a team bringing, hopefully that your team picked someone who could enhance the rest of the team the best. And so I feel like what I brought to the team was what the team needed. And that's why we got along so well, and we meshed really well together, because we needed someone who could rebound, be an offensive threat, be a defensive threat, etc. And so I felt like my skills fit really well with JU, and that's why we were successful, you know. Yeah, I thought it was really competitive. I feel like the other teams in the Saudi League brought really good professionals. It was really nice to compete against them, challenge each other. I took it as a challenge. It was actually fun in the games that we played. It's very competitive, very passionate too. So I think these games, compared to other leagues, it's really nice. And then being the only professional, it never, to me, I think maybe just with my team, it never felt like a lot of pressure, like you're the one who has to take us to the end. It felt like I'm here to give everything that I have to help us all get there together. So that was really cool. The JU experience, again, it comes down to the people. That's really big for me, as from the top all the way, the women's basketball committee, the federation, the coaches, you know, the founders, co-founders, all the way down to my teammates. It was so welcoming, so loving. I feel like I never had to ask for anything. All my needs and wants were taken care of. I just felt really cared for here. And so I've loved that experience, as far as having friends that I'll talk to long after I'm done here. So that's really nice. What I've learned, it's more, I wouldn't say that I learned it, because again, I came here pretty open-minded, but I learned to don't always go off of what you see and what you hear. To hear things about Saudi Arabia, stereotypes, again, you have those everywhere, but to hear certain things and then come here and just be completely different than what you could have even thought, it really shows me, I think going back home, I'll think before you just believe something that you see on social media, movies, TV, all of that. You kind of will think, wow, well, I did think this about Saudi Arabia and it was nothing like that. So maybe it's not like that there or, somewhere else. So I think to just be more open-minded in every aspect. A message to my girls. I love you guys, every single one of you. Each one of you gave me something as far as a lesson, a joke, a feeling of, comfort of having another family here. I wouldn't say that I took anytime that you choose a new team, you're taking a risk, not knowing really how it's gonna go, if it'll be positive, negative, and I took a big risk coming here, and it completely paid off, more than I could have imagined. You guys made me remember exactly why I love basketball, why I want to keep going, why I have so much more to give, and for that I thank you. Message for JU. Again, thank you. Thank you so much for everything that you've done, for your hard work in every aspect, even for the people who I don't know were even involved in just getting me here. Thank you so much. I want to say that you have a really, really good thing going here. It's an amazing program, and it has a very, very bright future, long term. Advice for young girls, I would say for basketball, women's basketball in particular, being something that's starting to pick up speed and progress over the years, I would say take it seriously, work hard, and just don't take it for granted. It's something that you're getting an opportunity to do something that a lot of people can't and never will be able to. And so appreciate it. Appreciate everything that you get. You get to come to this amazing court. You get to have these coaches and these relationships and uniforms and gear and things like that. And so appreciate it. And just always be grateful for what you have and take it seriously. So for me, as everyone knows, we started off a little rocky as far as our first game. I think it was definitely a wake-up call for us to understand the pace and just how competitive the tournament was going to be. So honestly, I think the team that started off that tournament and the team that ended that tournament, before my injury, if we were to play that Titanium team again, it would have been a different game. I felt like we had matured, we got on the same page, we understood just what we needed to do. We were executing plays, defense, it was night and day. And so I do believe that if I had not gotten injured, just the pace and the momentum that we had leading up to those final, 2 games, we were on track to win the tournament. I was very, very confident in that. So that makes it a little frustrating to know that we came up so close. But I think definitely next year, if JU would have me come back injury-free, I think that we would definitely be a threat, a force that people should be concerned about, because if we can keep that feeling of knowing we were so close and being frustrated that we lost, if we could bring that into next year, it'll be interesting, very interesting. Yeah, it's personal now because we were so close, so yeah. So a special shout out to the Ministry of Sports, the Basketball Federation, the American Embassy, everyone who played a part in me being able to have this amazing experience, meet these amazing people, see this amazing country. Thank you so much to all of you. Couldn't have done it without you. And everyone else who I didn't mention who played a part in me being here.